And welcome back. So last time, we turned on the security system by restoring power to the castle. So now, we've got free reign.
Free reign to just not engage with the gameplay anymore.
Fuck them.
This music is very detective noir.
Yeah, the music definitely has a pretty good mystery vibe to it. But yeah, like, I've fought through these already. Like, I don't know if you want to see me fight through them again. You saw how good I was at the combat before.
Oh, I thought of a joke. It's so noir, they should call this game Jake Vampire Hunter D.
Good. I like it. But yeah, the, castle very big. A lot of just, like, empty traversal to get from one side to the other. They still haven't given us a convenient through point.
How big would you say it is? Is it like China big?
Yeah, it's like China, which, as we all know, notoriously very big.
I mean, you fucking know that, like, a shitty vampire would definitely build a McMansion, except it's just a castle instead.
A McCastle.
Oh, but it's definitely a McCastle. It's just like, there's no thought to aesthetic gone into it. It's just like rich things for the sake of being rich.
Drover House.
There are far too many steeples. So is that what you have to unlock later in the game to get through the castle quickly? There's got to be a zip line for you to go down.
Yeah. We'll have to break through one of the 40 misaligned windows in order to get around.
The real reason they call this a McMansion is because the foyer has like a 20 feet tall statue of Ronald McDonald.
That's what that painting was up in the front foyer, yeah.
Also, the master bedroom has a place in it.
So here, once I can activate it, is a security device, and these require us to insert a password.
Okay, I won't look.
If you remember, we activated those tombstones before by pushing the statues, and that's how you get the password.
For some reason, this particular screen gives me, like, really strong Dreamcast survival horror game vibes. Like, that, you could tell me that screen is from Blue Stinger, and I would have believed you.
Yeah, no, it's definitely got, like, it's got a look to it of, like, we just can't render anything else. Here's the keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know the password is mankind and not vampire?
Because we're on the other side of the castle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, based on which side of the castle we're at, it'll give a different thing. So these enemies are like the ones in the basement, but they shoot out bubbles, which you saw. And if you get hit by them, you get poisoned.
Oof.
Is that what the red is?
Wait, the red?
Like, sometimes your character just flashes red, or is that
No,
just
that's
damage?
when you get vampire points back.
Yeah, that's your VP.
Ah.
I saw him move again. Does he, like, get back up?
Yeah, so those enemies, you knock them down, they get back up, and then you have to knock them down again.
Oh, okay. So it's a very tub-thumping-esque enemy.
Absolutely. Anyways, here's the flash bomb. It pauses enemies for a while.
I really love that animation. Just like, here you go. What the fuck ever.
It's very good.
There's a part later on in the game where D just throws change at a homeless man, and they reuse that animation for the flash grenades.
So I think the one thing that makes it that the offhands are, like, actively worse than just having your hand out, your left hand, is you cannot activate left hand without going back into your menu and, like, equipping him again. It's, like, super inconvenient.
Right. And, like, you can't tell somebody to talk to the flash grenade.
Right. Absolutely not. Oh, well.
Take
So
that
here
door.
we have a scene that changes depending on whether or not we met Layla in that first room.
Stop! Don't move!
You are.
You don't look like a vampire. Let me guess. You're in the same business as we are. My name is Layla. Layla of the Marcus Brothers. What's yours?
D.
I've heard of you before. There's a dun peel hunter in this remote region who's as ruthless as we are. We may be here for the same purpose, but if you don't want to get hurt, you'd better leave the castle now.
I can't leave here until my job is done.
Take my advice. Leave here now unless you want to die. I don't have time to chat with you.
Boy, she's tough. The Marcus brothers. They look like trouble. We should take care of our business before they get involved in the game.
The Marcus Brothers just sound like a pair of strongmen from a traveling circus. That's not really that threatening.
I don't know, if they could lift those 2 big balls that have 100 painted on them, then think of what they could do to us.
Oh, watch out for the Marcus brothers. Their circus went bankrupt.
And they are pissed about it.
So, if you already met, what's her name, she just doesn't appear in this room?
Yeah, just nothing happens.
Well, I mean, like, last time she told us she was gonna fucking, like, shoot us if we didn't leave, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this looks more like a puzzle room than a boss room.
It does, and that's because there's a puzzle here.
I don't know.
You have to go to leave.
The day of the resurrection is near. The vampires will bring humans one.
What a cruel death! He must be one of the Marcus brothers. You must be very cautious.
So that's Nolt. He is one of the Marcus brothers, and he's just dead. No time given to him.
Oh, well.
Does he have any actual character moments in the movie?
He fights in the movie a little bit, and, like, he has kind of a big dramatic death, but, like, here it's just like, oh, you find him because they just, like, need to fit him in.
But he was in the intro for the game, right?
Yeah, he was in the car with the Marcus brothers, yeah.
I'm guessing they also, like, put him here because this game is paced a lot more like a survival horror game than, like, I assume the action movie, like the movie is.
Yeah, the movie has a lot more, like, focus on sort of the chase up to the castle. Here, sort of everything in the game has just been moved into the castle. And so, like, yeah, your beats have to change a little bit. You don't get as much time with the characters, but, like, it works much better for the actual, like, game flow.
If you stun somebody with the flash grenade, can you just eat them?
No, you still have to hit them a certain number of times.
Oh.
I like, every time you fail, you just, like, put out your hand and then put it back, like, oh, I'm awfully embarrassed about this.
Like, you just touch their chest, and it's like,
Yeah.
hey, have you been working out?
Ooh.
Pushing them back a little bit, like, come on, hey.
Meyer Link has really been treating you guys well. He feeds you a lot of protein. So on these floors, you see these little lasers, and if you run through them, like 3 or 4 enemies will spawn, and you can't leave until you kill them. So I'm just not going to do that.
Are you Charlotte?
It's incredible that you're not hurt after that fall. But now, you'll need to find the passage to return us to the surface. It looks like we're in some kind of water processing facility. Remember, water is harmful for you. You are half vampire.
So welcome to the basement.
So, is all water, like, harmful to vampires, or just running water?
I think it's just running water, but it is running because this is a processing facility. So, if D walks through the water, he will slowly lose life.
Are you sure that's not just because it is bright green and possibly not great for
Are you
living
sure
things?
this is actually water and not Nickelodeon gack?
I mean, it could be that, like, just walking through the poo water will do damage to you.
Gotta say, Chirps, platforming in a fixed camera angle game does not seem great.
Oh, what are you talking about? It's great. I love it.
You know what also seems very great? This guy.
This little, like, shrimp fish man with a spear. Love
Well,
him.
we're in the sewers. Of course everything's great. Oh,
Just doing his best.
Whoa.
Oh.
Jesus, that did a lot of damage for being in there for half a second.
So these enemies also poison you, and yeah, as you saw, there are just, like, swords that'll shoot out of the fucking wall.
Dude, I can't believe you're getting your shit wrecked by a bunch of sardines with brooms.
So yeah, those swords are, like, the staple of the basement. We'll run into a lot of them, and by that I mean I will run into a lot of them. Like, fuck you,
Fuck, man.
Look at item. And all for the fucking map.
So do you think somebody's there, like, waiting for D to, like, walk by to just, like, poke him?
Absolutely. So yeah, we're gonna have to work our way around this plant in order to get through, and you also get stuck a lot on the edge between the water and the ground.
Oh. Cool.
It's literal guard dog.
Cool.
You see, like, the fixed camera angles really add to the tension and scares.
Exactly.
D hits treat water.
This fucking clown mask of a control panel.
You know, the fact that there's, like, a water treatment plant, this might be like a self-sustaining castle.
Yeah, it's got, like, an entire electrical grid, a water treatment plant. We're gonna get to basement level 3 and it's gonna be a fucking grocery store. So what did we just do?
So we closed off one of the running water sections in the room coming up.
Oh.
So basically now we can walk through it because there's no running water.
Okay, that makes sense. You know what they say, when D closes a door, he opens a window.
Exactly.
So, it kind of seems like the water doesn't really do damage over time, but does damage in, like, a weird cycle that doesn't seem very consistent.
Yeah, that's more or less. Like, it's not like it does it consistently. It's like you stay in the water maybe 2 seconds, and then it does some damage, and then continues.
Yeah, because, like, you were in that water there for, like, 5 seconds, and it did some damage, and the last time you were in there for half a second, and it also did some damage.
Well, the thing is, it's actually D stubs his toe underwater.
Oofy. Oh, there's like a rock in there. Whoa, cool backflip.
Hell yeah.
That will not stop being my favorite thing about, like, his movement set, is that he just backflips if he gets hit in the air.
I wish he did a moonwalk whenever he has to back up.
He has to keep his cool, even if he gets fucked up.
It's like, actually, I wanted to get hit by that sword so that you get to see my cool backflip.
I'm just showing off my moonwalk. The fact that I got hit is just, like, it's not even related to it.
Intentional. Damage boosting.
So I'm gonna pull out the attack spell again, only because I don't want to deal with this little, like, bloodsucker enemy.
I love their little yelp. Like, ow! Ow!
So that enemy we saw in the church previously, and it'll grab onto you and sort of, like, suck life out of you, and you have to shake it off in the way that you can expect any video game to let you shake anything off.
That was so sad.
I think that's the mutated son of Curly from the Three Stooges.
Anyways, doing that room in, like, one try without falling in the water took me more times than I'd like to admit, but it was like 10 or 15.
But you scoured the entire sewer and finally found the toolbox.
That's right. We're gonna need that wrench. God, look at his walk.
God, that walk cycle is great.
Oh, man.
Everything about that enemy is great except for having to fight him.
Oh, man, he walks like a chat.
He's definitely here to fuck your vampire girlfriend.
Hell, I'd let him.
MILF Hunter D.
Anyways, we have a new enemy coming up here, too. It's a dragonfly. Yeah, Vampire Hunter D eats bugs. What of it?
They're sustainable.
Yeah. And high in protein.
Vampire Hunter D's always going on about the Impossible Burger.
Yeah.
Yes, the first vegan vampire. He just loves his trendy food. Quinoa? Loves it.
Oh, kale? Don't even get him started.
He makes really good falafel, but it tastes kind of like iron, you know?
But yeah, so now what we have to do is we have to perform this jump again so we can get to the other side of the water treatment plant.
Well, this game is really making sure that you've mastered all that it's asking of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so D has to line up once again to make this fucking jump. This is definitely like the most... Yeah, look, I'm cool now. But this is definitely like the most punishing place in terms of platforming, where I feel like you just are constantly going to be taking damage if you're not making these jumps well.
There's something about PS1 era sewer levels that always make me think of the sewer in Final Fantasy VIII for some reason. Because they they all have the same look in a way.
Right, they're all kind of like gray and green, just exposed pipes.
And they all have those, like, very wide walkways on the sides for some reason. Mm-hmm. And, like metallic fences between every part for some reason.
Yeah, like, this is a very ornate sewer.
Yeah.
It's to make sure that the giant alligator doesn't get out.
Right, of course.
Right.
It was like that alligator crab that we were fighting earlier.
I could totally see Vampire Hunter D starting to talk very solemnly about Guardian forces.
Oh, hell yeah. He's always talking about his GFs.
Except for when the Chad bloodsucker thing comes and steals his GFs from him, but he doesn't want to talk about that.
Wow. Powerful grenades.
Yeah, so it takes 2 grenades to kill them. I thought I was going to do much better with that. I did not. I ran by and whatever.
Just gotta give him a taste and then, like,
yeah, you know what I can do.
Don't cross me, motherfuckers.
Step to me again and I'll throw 2 to 3 more of those grenades at you.
Or not really throw, more like kind of casually dump. That thing's grimace, due to the very low PS1 resolution, looked fucking great.
Oh no, it rips. Ugh, what a good enemy.
Oh wow, it takes 2 hits and then you can eat them. Okay. That was a lot of build-up for that.
It's just letting you know that sometimes enemies are hidden in the environment.
I've been watching too much Sopranos. My first thought whenever I saw Carmilla was just Tony Soprano's wife.
She probably also keeps all of her victims in the basement.
Tony, when are you gonna clean up down here? Our basement got flooded and all my victims went bad.
God, Jay, that just sounds like Mark Prosh's impression of W.C. Fields.
I was gonna say it just sounds like Lois Griffin.
No!
Hey, Tony, remember that one time?
No! Stop!
Sorry, turds were going out of control. We're a Family Guy podcast now.
Bazinga.
No! Yes, that's a little detour. We actually have to continue on now through the basement, which means more of these little fucks.
When Vampire Hunter D kills a boss, do you think he says Bazinga or says Yata?
Definitely he says Yata. Because you see when he heals, he like puts his hand to his face like to cover it.
Right, true.
Like he's like a badass anime character.
He's like Yari Yari Daze.
Yep.
Actually, his catchphrase when he kills the boss is, yeah, fuck.
His catchphrase when he kills the boss is, did I do that?
So, we have another puzzle here. We got a little, like, block puzzle. And
Hey.
thank goodness we grabbed the wrench before getting here. Otherwise, we'd have to do the run back and swap the water again.
For some reason, the fact that your left hand said hey at the start of that feels really off. It's just like,
Oh,
howdy.
hey. Huh.
I guess your hand has... You can't just push it. Like with your body.
No, you gotta use magic.
Oh, imagine that.
Well, what do you know? Yeah, so we have to get the box over to the other side of the room, and we can't pick it up. No. D's not like a manual labor kind of guy. He's the kind of guy who hires movers for anything. So instead what we have to do is we have to use this elaborate wrench system to move these, like, these platforms up and down so he can get the stupid block all the way over to that door on the wall.
God, this is the worst Sokuban clone I've ever played.
I think you mean best, because it's stars Vampire Hunter D.
Oh, cool.
Wait, what would have happened if you just pushed the box off without bringing the platform up?
If you, like, on the first one, you just can't. It just stops. Got it on the second try.
Oh my god. He's like, I meant to do that.
Yep.
Oh, good thing there's no one around to see me. They'll still think I'm the best vampire hunter.
I definitely think, like, immediately after when he starts using the weird telepathic hand thing, he does it in a way where he does it very casually, as if to play off the fact that he just fell off a small ledge before.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. He's like, He like flings his hair back a little bit while he's doing the magic.
And this is all in the movie, right? The part where
yeah,
D
this whole bit.
Yeah.
Moves a box with one hand.
Yeah, he has to do a block puzzle.
Has trouble jumping on the staircase.
Moves a box with one hand, inhales a blood pill with the other.
And he definitely has trouble just, like, getting up the stairs and, like, doing this sort of stuff. He's just like, ugh, I didn't get hired for this. I thought I was just hunting vampires. And yes, you do have to do 2 instances each time to get this set up.
I feel like the 90s, for some reason, was particularly bad at these kinds of puzzles. Like, there was just so much tedious, busy work in between these parts that is just completely unnecessary and just makes everything so much more fucking tedious than it needs to be.
Wait.
Love it.
You really needed a box for this?
Yeah, you can't get into the door otherwise, because you can't stand and open the door, duh.
I mean, look at him. He's having trouble even getting up on the box, even when it's there.
Can't trust this man for anything. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh. Dude looks like one of those guys who's fucking pretending to make out by putting his arms on his back.
I can't believe I got hover-handed by the blood demon.
Who are you?
I don't deserve such a warm welcome.
Pretty good. You must be D. Layla told me about you. I'm Borgoff, the leader of the Marcus brothers.
Is he your brother?
Yeah, Kyle. He's had all the blood sucked out of his body. What's happening to us? The Marcus brothers are indestructible, but even Nolt has not returned after being sucked into a mirror. Wait, I forgot you are a Dunpeel, half vampire. I shouldn't get so close to you. You Dunpeels are not so much different from the vampires. You never know when you might turn into a vampire. Come to think of it, you could have killed Kyle and Nolt. I won't take any more chances. I'll show you how the Marcus brothers fight.
So for, like, no real reason, we're thrown into a fight with him. His thing is he just, like, runs, like, a lot and shoots.
Also, I'm sorry, the end of the fucking line read he did there, like, he just trailed off as if he was reading the rest of his lines, was like, I'll show how the Marcus brothers fight. What?
This guy's cheating. He can run and attack at the same time.
And he's got a kick if he gets too close, so, like, you can't just block his arrows.
He has the stiffest fucking big boot I have ever seen.
And yet it works.
I love his move where he just kind of runs towards you, then turns around so you can hit him.
I just love his fucking theme song that's just like the first 5 seconds of a Metallica song over and over again.
It's a very good. Look, you know, Borgoff, again, he's the leader, right? He's the most badass. And as you saw, you can just block from behind as well. As long as you're holding that thing up, you're invincible.
Well, you've got a cape on your back, too.
It's true.
Actually, it seems like Dee's cape gets a lot longer whenever he holds it up.
That's vampire magic.
Darn it. I need some help. You'll pay for this.
Oh my god, she tased you!
Yeah, her like arm shoots out and will tase you a little bit.
We should really keep a tally of the amount of times you go into a room and immediately just get fucking smacked from off screen.
It's very good. I love that.
Ah, a trading card.
That's right. And silverback. That means it's like super rare.
It says D is for Dracula. I don't get it.
Anyways, before we leave, I feel like we should say goodbye to our fallen friend.
I fucking love that texture.
Oh wow, even D is calling it out, or Left Hand is.
Yeah.
Lefty definitely will read those guys' Wikipedia page.
I'm gonna have to put a citation needed on that one now.